Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novogratz say we have bottomed out. Novogratz is bullish. Bottomed out. Don't ever rise is deadish.
Barrett's target 13 times there.
Novogratz is bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to moon.
Good evening, legends. Oh my god, it's October. It is my favorite month of the year. It is Halloween month. Let's go. So you can see I've got some friends with me tonight. I have some spooky spooks in the background, which I'm going to try and leave on for the rest of the month because, team, Halloween is approaching. It is time to celebrate the dead people coming back to life. And maybe throughout the whole year we've had, what have we had? We've had Christmas, we had New Year's, we had the rabbits of Easter. What else have we had? Have we had any Thanksgivings or anything like that? Quite possibly. And I'm trying to think just what lately. Probably Gay Pride. A lot of the summer events have happened. And they haven't brought any magic into the crypto space at all. It's just been freaking bearish after bearish after bearish. So I am relying on the legends that is the living dead to pump some of the crypto this month indeed. So hence why I have got my face done. I am looking extremely ghoulish. So legends, what the frick is going on? It is great to see you all in the crypto space. I will celebrate a month-long Halloween if it means that we can break out of this resistance that we have with Bitcoin right now. So for the next month, well, for the next 30 days, you're going to see some interesting backgrounds happening on the CryptoBits, and also I am going to get different face paints done so that you lot can just have the best October ever. So, in my opinion, the reason why we've got a new theme tune is because I do think that we are bottomed out in the crypto space. We are hitting this crazy support line, which is at the 18,847. But team, that doesn't mean that this is it. You know, we're going to disappear off to the moon. That's not what's going to happen. And we'll have a look at the 4-hour chart and also the daily and the weekly on Bitcoin to see what's going on. Long term, we are looking extremely good. I'm not going to hold on and go, oh, wait till the end of the show because I've got some good news for you. But yes, you can see here, certainly with Bitcoin, that we are hitting a very strong resistance line. And also the support line, which is this white one here, is becoming to be a bit of a pain for us. Now, the triangle, this triangle here, does run out on the 11th of October. So I spoke to you last on Friday night, explaining that we are going to see some volatility, and I thought that volatility was going to go down. Yes, we did see a little bit of downwards momentum, but it was nothing like I expected. And in fact, relative strength index did come into a bullish notion here, and then we disappeared off to the upside. But does that mean that we can continue the momentum? Is this a bull trap that we're looking at right now? Relative strength index on the 3-hour tells me that it is quite possibly a bull trap. But legends, there is a reason why we moved up, and it has nothing to do with crypto. It has a lot to do with the fiat economy. In terms of the pound has now strengthened against the dollar because Liz Truss is changing some of the policies and procedures, and the pound has strengthened from $1.03 to now $1.13. So it looks like the economy is starting to try and get back to an even keel. Also, what's happened is there has been a mega dump on the DXY. Always keep an eye on the DXY. Never forget that. And look at this, legends. Okay, so on the CryptoBits, we expected a rise up to this 112 mark, and in fact, we blasted past that 112 mark with a relative strength index of way over the 70. And then we came back down, retouching a support on that 112. Where did we get that 112 from? Well, if I zoom out even more to have a look at the daily, I need to go a bit more. Have a look at the weekly. We was in this bullish elongated triangle, and we broke out, and the prediction was from the top of the first breakout to the support, which brought us a breakout of this much, which is here to here. That's how we calculated that 112. So fingers crossed looking at that relative strength index of the DXY, we'd like to think that the DXY needs a bit of a retracement. Now, if that retracement happens, then yes, we are going to see strength from Bitcoin for quite a long period of time. So I am hoping DXY question mark. Martin, you legend. How long is that period of time going to last? Well, I have some news for you. For the full freaking year, each quarter, so from January to March and so on, each 3 months of this year has been bearish for Bitcoin. Now, historically, September is always a bearish month for crypto. And why is that? Probably because everybody wants to take money out for their holidays. We are currently just about kissing the support line of our Bitcoin trend, which last time it broke down and stayed broke down was back in 2014. After that, you could categorically say, without doubt, that there was only 2 very short periods where we broke below this support line of Bitcoin. And that was back in 2018 and then during the COVID dump. How are you doing, gamblers from RS Snoopy? We are doing freaking good. Good indeed. So this is the next point in time where we are touching the support, and we have got a nice green line. You can't see that. Let me zoom in. We have a nice green candle here, which is showing some sort of support, big support, and a bounce off away from this this huge support line that we have with Bitcoin, which takes us right back to day one. There it is. Back in 2011, when we first hit that resistance in 2013, we are still following this upward trend. The trend is your friend until it goes the opposite way. So we'll stay with this trend line. Billy James in the freaking house. What is going on? So, team, in relation to the DXY, always keep an eye on the DXY. It's very, very simple and very straightforward to understand. At this moment in time, the DXY is going down. Nice big red candle. Let's hope that it can maintain that and we continue this downward momentum up to this support line here. What that's going to do is it's going to bring the relative strength index down to a reasonable sum, and then hopefully we can consolidate underneath this 112 mark. That would be lovely, and then continue to have a movement down with the DXY. We just want the dollar to start weakening again so that we can get into a space that's safe for Bitcoin around that $22,500 mark. That would be awesome. So that pretty much covers your TA on the DXY. In relation to Bitcoin, okay, we need to readdress the movements for Bitcoin really, and what I am expecting to see is just remind you of this. This is the work that we did way back here, back in the mid-July, end of July. We expected Bitcoin to go into this upwards trend, this rising triangle here, or ascending triangle. If it lost the support line on the Bollinger Band, it would break down and then come into another ascending triangle followed by a descending triangle. So this is what we're expecting throughout the rest of 2022 and the start of 2023. And then, of course, we would expect to see another triangle ascending. What this is the consolidation zone. So fingers crossed, if our TA is correct, we are now out of the bear market. The bear market is finished and we are moving into the consolidation phase, followed by the accumulation phase. So the consolidation phase quite possibly could have happened on the 4th of July of 2022. So what does that mean for crypto? Well, we have to have a look at the halving. If I try and find you the Bitcoin halving, I want to try and give you some indication of how long we have got until the next bull run. Bitcoin halving. So move across to the news. Here we are, team. So the Bitcoin halving clock is expected to run out on March the 21st of 2024. So what does that mean? Well, it means that Bitcoin goes from 6.24 in a block to 3.125, meaning that it is twice as hard to earn the same amount of Bitcoin as we do today after the 21st of March 2024, which means that with the current system of mining right now, they need to make twice the size in order to get the same amount of miners. So the price has to become more lucrative in order to cover the costs if people want to stay as they are with their mining rigs. So the price has to, of course, rise up to the upside. And that's how a bull market tends to happen in the crypto space. So we still have another 533 days to go. Realistically, you are looking at up to a 12-month consolidation and up to a 12-month accumulation. It can be shortened if needs be. Now, this March the 21st used to be June. So the halving has been brought forward with the increase of the hash rate. So we'll keep an eye on this. It did actually go for a split second, go to December, and then has moved to March. But in terms of the hash rate power, it is increasing. So we might actually see the bull run being brought forward to early of 2024. So team, it is super exciting. I'm giving you some visual technical analysis, some really, really good planning on what you should do for the next bull market. Now, looking at RS Snoopy, I am already in accumulation. Yes, the best time to get into the crypto space is when the numbers are so ridiculously low. And for me, $17,500 is the bottom for Bitcoin. If we go lower than that, it becomes unsustainable for miners to mine Bitcoin. And that is not going to happen, okay? The whales will do everything in their power to make sure that the mining stays sustainable. So for me, 17,500, I'm confident that we're going to stay around that range. Yes, we are going to see some really good bullish months and some prices coming down. So Jalin, what's going on, my brother? Oh my gosh, we have Bobbly Fett and also Billy James. What's going on? I hope you like the makeup this evening, team. Right, so I do need to talk to you about Bitcoin. So let's go across to here. We don't need you now, Panther. Panther, you are done. So Bitcoin continues to build bullish momentum, hoping that the financial stability risks and signs of economic slowdown will force the US Federal Reserve to pivot away from aggressive liquidity withdrawal measures. However, some observers are unconvinced that the Fed will abandon or dramatically slow the so-called liquidity tightening anytime soon, and they expect renewed dollar strength. So please be aware of it, that we could get that dead cat bounce that we saw with Bitcoin on the DXY. So the top cryptocurrency by market value, which is Bitcoin, reached a high of 20,150 soon before press time, registering a 2% gain for the day. The dollar index fell to a 9-day low of 11, having hit a 2-decade high of 114.77 on September the 28th. So Bitcoin buyers stepped in on Monday after US Institute of Supply Management said its manufacturing purchasing managers index dropped to 50.9 in September, the lowest reading since May of 2020 from 52.8 in August. Notably, the index's new orders and employment measures contracted, strengthening the case for the Fed pivot. It's been a case of bad news is good news for equities, with the market treating the downside supply to the ISM increased. The ISM meaning the Institute of Supply Management. Sorry for abbreviating that if you didn't know. So the ISM index has increased the chances of an earlier Fed pause, seen as positive for risk assets. Bank of New Zealand's research team wrote in clients early Tuesday, Bitcoin tends to move more or less in line with the equities and has halved this year in terms of market value. The Fed raising rates by 300 basis points. Expectations that the Fed and other major central banks would slow tightening gripped the market last week after the Bank of England announced a bond purchase program, popularly known as quantitative easing, to ensure the orderly functioning of the government bond market. What the Bank of England did was a template of what others are likely to do. The soaring dollar has been associated in the past with creating financial crisis on a global basis. We have a global perspective on this. So, futures trading in federal funds suggests that traders are again pricing rate cuts from May of 2023. And while the market still sees a high chance of yet another 75 basis points or a 0.75% point hike rate next month, the pricing for a terminal rate, the expected high point for this interest rate hike cycle, has come down to 4.4% from 4.75%. That is huge. Jeremy answered. I don't know what it is. I feel a little bit like I've been touched by a ghoul. So while some Fed speakers have recently expressed concerns about the spillover effects of the strengthening of the dollar, there are analysts having the opinion that the economic conditions don't warrant a pivot. So the market is absolutely crazy right now. Despite somewhat weaker than expected ISM manufacturing figures yesterday, the US domestic story remains rather solid. So what's going on across Europe really isn't going on across the USA. So you got to just keep looking at that strength of the USA. Keep an eye on that DXY and don't take your eyes off it. The more the DXY comes down for me, the more dollars that I can get when I go to America in December. So if that DXY comes back down to that pivot point or that bullish triangle, I am going to be so freaking happy by December. So analysts have added that Friday's non-farm payrolls, the US Labor Department's monthly jobs report for September, might trigger a hawkish or pro-tightening repricing of Fed expectations. So we've got a lot that's going to be happening within this quarter. We've already seen the DXY go crazy. What does that mean? What goes up must come down, surely, as the different countries, but certainly the UK with the pound, certainly Europe with the euro, they're going to do everything that they can to try and get away from, he's forgot his sunglasses. Oh my God. They're going to try and get away as far as they can from that dollar leveling as much as possible. Okay, so the governments are going to be doing stuff to try and strengthen their own individual currency. So October, November, and December could actually prove to be a very bullish month for crypto indeed. What do I expect? Well, we could expect to see once again Bitcoin over the next quarter rise back up this 24,000, which would fit nicely in that ascending triangle. But then after that, weaken again as we see more turmoil coming into 2023 and then breaking down towards this 20,846, springing down and then bouncing off for the start of the accumulation phase in April of 2023, accumulating back to the upside, ready for the bull market. So that is what I expect to see, certainly within the next 12 months. Bear markets can be pretty easy to predict long term because you have that typical bear market consolidation, accumulation. Bull markets tend to be much more harder to predict because of the FOMO, because of the massive fluctuations of money coming in. But we can work out roughly around 12 months that we do get that crazy bull market momentum. So, team, please keep an eye on the DXY. Always keep an eye on Bitcoin on the weekly. Look at the relative strength index right now on the weekly for Bitcoin. It is rock bottomed. In fact, it is bottomed out. If you zoom out, there is only in Bitcoin history three times, sorry, that Bitcoin has actually retraced back that 30 RSI. So this is now the 4th time that this has happened. And after each individual touch, 1, 2, 3, we have seen a recovery in the crypto space, to say the least. What's really, really good about the 2021-2022 bear market is we are now starting to print some interesting relative strength index that we can actually graph. Peter Englefield, what's going on? Looking a bit pale, Sir Johnny. You need a bit of colour in your cheeks. It's to do with these ghosts that are behind us. There's 3 of them. Have you noticed? We have one here, one here, and one here. So I'm a little bit worried. I don't want to spook them because we could actually get some screams or we could actually get some evil laughs. Let's just hope that we don't hear any of those this evening, because I don't want it. Right? It's just gonna scare me. Yeah. So going back to the relative strength index, we've got a really good graph here now. So if you plot this, we can see that we are actually creating a descending triangle on the relative strength index on the weekly. Long term, team, this is extremely bullish. So where do we expect to see the momentum of that relative strength index? Well, you plot from the highest point of resistance to the support line, bring it to where you think we could possibly see the momentum, and look at the spring power. That is definitely a best one. That's got to be Jurgen A. It has to be. I'll have a look in a second. So the strength of this descending triangle actually gives us the momentum to get to 73.9 on the relative strength index. So we are expecting to see a really, really good accumulation market before the bull market. It should be technically over a long period of time looking good for Bitcoin. I know people have started to long Bitcoin for the long term. Van Amerswet being one of them, who is now at 100% on his long trade. So I still think there is more downward pressure. So don't just go jumping into longs. But we could actually see some really, really good momentum before coming back down with that relative strength index, getting some easing. So something like this, a breakout to the upside, followed by another downward momentum before everything just gets ridiculous and starts bouncing at that 100 in 2024. Ignore the timings at the bottom. This is just an example. It is not depictive of the future, because I am not a time traveler, nor do I claim to be a time traveler like all those people on TikTok. But anyway, if you want to believe that, that's entirely up to you. Okay, let's go to the chat to see what everybody is talking about. It was Martin that did that evil laugh. Damn! Well done, Martin. Scream. I don't think we have a scream. Do we have a scream? We've got yeah. We must have. I need to get some. All right, I'll get some different screams. So that we can use them as a soundboard during Halloween to try and make it as Halloweeny as possible, as well as some Halloween music as well. Yes. So yeah, I'm super excited. I love Halloween. Those of you that don't understand Halloween need to start understanding Halloween for just how awesome it is. That's some creepy music in the background. Yes, let's set the tone. Okay, moving across to Hot Legends. Let's see what is going on with our stable coin that is Holo. Now, Holo right now, all I can say is it is.
You get nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
I'm gonna talk here.
Why you bully me?
Butterscotch is in the house. What's going on, Butterscotch? He will be happy to see the Stang. I don't think Butterscotch can cope with the fact that I'm not here every night. But Holo team, Holo, look at the support line that we have. Look at the range. This is consolidation. It is classic consolidation for Holo right now. It's amazing. It's beautiful. It's it turns me on, does this? Because with a relative strength index as low as this on the weekly, in a constant consolidation, and then when we do get a breakout, it doesn't tend to affect the relative strength index. It means that we are in for some explosive movements to the upside. So, what is new about Holo? Well, yes, as we know, Holochain has gone into beta, and HAPs are now being built on the Holochain platform. Woohoo! So there's some really cool, exciting stuff happening with Holo, and we're all just sat here waiting for full beta. Now, in relation to what's happening with Bitcoin, the coin market cap is low. It's less than $1 trillion. It's around about 980 billion right now. Do not expect some crazy volatility just yet. Okay, in fact, we're probably going to have a pretty boring 2023. Okay, we might see some crazy pumps and some happiness, and then we're going to play some crazy music and have some really good fun. But I don't think that we are going to see some crazy pumps with Holo for the time being. One crypto that I do think we are going to see some really good pumps with is XRP. Now, I don't know if you believe in this, but I do. Okay, just recently, I have seen a lot of certainly registration plates, a lot of signs. I was behind a vehicle yesterday, on Sunday actually. I was driving in my police patrol car, as you do. And the car in front, the last 3 letters of the registration plate was XRP. Okay, the last time that I saw anything like these crazy messages, the registration plate said buy Doge. It was BY68 DJE, and I was like, that says buy Doge. Okay, I threw $800 into Doge, and I came out with a ridiculous amount of money in the space of no time. So you cannot ignore these signs. You cannot ignore them. All right. So for me, that is where my main concentration is, and that concentration is with XRP. And you know where I bought XRP. I was buying like absolute hell down here because I said, when we get news about the SEC, this thing is going to go crazy. It's going to fly. And we got that. Okay, we got the first leg of relative strength index on the weekly is still bullish with a 50 relative strength index. So again, I will still keep buying at these prices. In relation to the SEC, this is really good news. The judge has said that they go against what the SEC requests, and they have demanded now to see the Hinman documents. So this could be a really good pivotal changing point, not just for XRP, but for the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem. I think we are going to have a fantastic 2024 bull run because we will carry on staying decentralized. The SEC won't be able to touch securities like they're trying to do now. And most cryptocurrencies will come into force now as being solid individual projects as opposed to pump and dump meme schemes. I think the whole meme scene is disappearing. The NFT system is becoming much more mature, and we're not just seeing stupid pictures anymore. We're actually seeing really good products being made that can be purchased to use as NFTs in computer games, in virtual museums, etc. So there is a real purpose now for NFTs. The other thing you can do with NFTs is sign documents. So there's some really cool stuff coming out of the back of the Jeez. Slick Sumos was just saying this today to my missus. That's crazy. XRP. That's awesome. So don't ignore signs. You should never ignore any kind of signs that you see happening in your life. They are messages. If you believe it, you believe it. If you don't, that's entirely up to you. I think you're missing out on a big trick if you ignore signs like this. So for me, my concentration has to be with XRP. Billy James. 2023 won't be boring with CryptoBits. Definitely not. I'm sure we'll find something exciting to do. Billy James, what about Songbird, Johnny? Zoom out. Chart looks like it died, but it launched in bear market. Okay, let's have a look at Songbird. I do actually hold a lot of Songbird, but I haven't looked at it in quite some time. SBG, USD. Let's have a look. What the hell was this? You can see we did some work with Songbird quite some time ago. That's hilarious. Okay, that can go. I feel like I'm at all the towers right now. Okay, once again with Songbird, you can see there is certainly a nice support line happening here, which I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna go with that support line. I think that's a really cool, nice, cheeky little support line there. Touching the bottom. Remember, hopefully we have bottomed out with Bitcoin. So now is a really good time to buy most cryptos, in my opinion. Obviously, that is not financial advice, and I know that you take that seriously. The fact that everything that I say here is based on my own thoughts for entertainment purposes. But looking at this, this is a beautiful consolidation zone. Relative strength index on the 1 hour has come into a bullish stage, so we could still see a break back down this 1.8, but from 1.97 to 1.8, really not an issue for me. I could quite easily accumulate more. In relation to Songbird, I'm not sure what the future holds with Songbird. I need to do some research again in it because it's been such a long time since I've touched Songbird. But for me, the 1.6 was discussed. When was that? Let's have a look at the 2 days. Okay, the 1.6 is the start of Songbird. That's what that mark is there for. But here, we've certainly had a bouncing off. What we need is a breakout from that line. So if we take this one, with this one, there. Okay, cool. Relative strength index on the daily is saying low, down at 25, up to that 30. Buy the 30s, sell the 70s team. Of course, the price is going to come down during the bear market, as the it was valued at 43 cents with a $2 trillion market cap. Okay, the market cap is now less than $1 trillion. Of course, the value of that high price of 43, 45 has to come down to that 2 cents. It's going to be a gamble, team. Not going to lie. It is going to be a gamble, but still, it's cheap. All right, it's worth absolutely nothing. You could buy a lot for nothing, and if it does go back to 41, that is an absolute gain of 2,500%. Okay, HOT did 6,500% in the last bull run. What if this thing was to do 6,500%? That 1.9 cent could actually be worth, in the future, $1.31. I think just hold on to it. Just hold on to it. Or accumulate more to get the money back. Well, magnify your gains once it goes back up. So if you bought up here, just accumulate more to bring your average down. So that when you get back up, you're back into profit quicker. Rather than selling it, accumulate back in. Maybe. It's quite possibly the best information I can give you. Not advice, because I can't give you advice. I'm not allowed to, innit? I'm not allowed to. So yeah, we'll keep an eye on Songbird. It's going to be quite an interesting project indeed. And what do I see? Not really seeing anything. A lot of doges here, a lot of indecision. Certainly we're hitting a bottom. Nobody's buying, nobody's selling. So I don't think now, if people have hodled this long, they're going to sell. Then this could be the absolute bottom. I mean, those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 doges with a relative strength index that low. Let's have a look at the MACD. MACD could tell us something. MACD strategy. Where's my MACD gone? MACD strategy. What? Hey, what? No, that's not right. That ain't right. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm gonna find that MACD. That one. Yeah, that's more like it. Okay. Right, MACD currently says that we are still bearish with Songbird, but we are looking like we're coming into a bullish divergence. Okay, we are seeing a good movement of that MACD from the center line. Hopefully, we can get some sort of divergence. There's your signal line. There's your MACD, which indicates this bullish divergence on the MACD with Songbird. It looks right. Hopefully, that's what's going to happen. Obviously, there are different scenarios that could happen. Your signal line could continue to move, and then we bounce off the signal line, and we continue some lower momentum. That is possible. It still is possible. But with a relative strength index as low as that, it is pointing more towards being bullish. If we look at that with Bitcoin, you can see that we are certainly more bullish right now than we are bearish, because the MACD has given us that bullish divergence. There's your bullish divergence movement. So for some, hopefully for a bit of time, we could actually see Bitcoin moving up around this area before coming back down with that bullish divergence looking like. Okay, that's what we tend to see with a MACD divergence and convergence. Oops. This. Here we go. Look. That's how the MACD tends to play out, with this sweeping momentum. Down, up, down, up. Hopefully, it's an elongated one that takes us all the way to November, and then we have a pretty crappy December, January, and February before breaking back out again, out of the MACD, up and out. Okay? Speculation. It's important that you do speculate and try and figure out what the frick is going on. This is a clear representation of no interest in the crypto space. No interest at all. We are below the $1 trillion. Moon boys have gone. They're not interested. But the richest people are the ones that gain now. Okay? End of the bear market, the start of the consolidation market. That's my opinion. That's how I feel the crypto space is likely to go, certainly within the next 12 months, indeed, maybe 15 months. Team, don't take my word for it. Do your research. I've done my research. I'm telling you what my research tells me. Back to the chat. Back to the chat. Let's go back to the chat. Billy James says, there's millionaires made in bear markets. Insuring. Apologies for being late, sir. Been tackling a spanning tree problem all day. Oh. A spanning tree problem. Does anybody know what a spanning tree problem is? Well, don't worry about being late. We was late anyway because I was setting up the CryptoBits for being a little bit ghouly. I'm going to try and find some moving ghosts and all that kind of stuff for the show so people can really get into the Halloween spirit. So yes, you're going to have to put up with me for a month of being in Halloween. I'm going to see if I can get hold of a fancy dress outfit that I can wear during the CryptoBits shows. Yeah, so at the end of this month, beginning of November, we are doing a big giveaway. I am currently designing some t-shirts for you all, and then those of you that do want your name on them, I can get your name printed on them, etc, etc. And these t-shirts, okay, are going to be given to you for free. The CryptoBits will be paying for them as a thank you for this year. So you'll just have to give me time. For those of you that are on the show and that want the t-shirts, just give me time to get, if you wanted your name on them, etc., get them paid and get them sent to you. So yeah, please, please, please. If you are interested, I'll tell you when that's going to happen. Get a Jeffrey Dahmer costume. You're sick, dude. Why would I want to do? I don't even think I could do a Jeffrey Dahmer. I don't think I could sit there that miserably. And yeah, that guy was messed up. Seriously, he was a horrible, horrible man. He was murdered in prison, wasn't he? Crazy times. I would just with the glasses and the blonde hair. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it would get some views. It's all about the views, team. It's all about the views. Right, where's that MACD gone? Let me take this MACD away. We don't need to see that. Broken it. Broken it. Bring the relative strength index back. Bring that down to there. There we go. Cooking on gas again, team. Yeah, cooking on gas. Okay. Points to look out for. Certainly in the next couple of months. One being Elrond. I think Elrond is going to create some magic. The reason being is that we was expecting a major dump for Elrond, and it carried on consolidating and holding the support line. So this triangle now is fully invalid, which is great. So Elrond, I think, is going to be a really good contender in the next few months. We could actually see a cheeky little rise up to that 200, which is an 84% movement to the upside. Also, another one that I do think is going to do well is Kronos or Crypto.com, because they've just signed an agreement with France, I think it is, to have Crypto.com FR. So once that is up and running, we could certainly see some good price action with Crow. Now, Crow is super cheap. Remember, Crow went to 11 cents with a $2 trillion market cap. So if we get double that, we could actually see going from $1 to $2 with Kronos, and it is only 11 cents at this moment in time. It is pretty amazing. Bram Van Don Kromlaka, great to see you. What is going on, bro? Where's Van Alice for tonight?
Okay, let's go.
I haven't seen him for a long time. Ion as well. Ion are doing a lot of work in relation. Oh, there is this. I'm here. Van Alice, good to see you, bro. Ion are certainly doing a lot of work in the background, and I think they're going to start releasing some crazy, crazy stuff in the next 12 to 18 months. Quite possibly they'll be strategic like everybody else and wait to the start of the bull market, maybe. But right now, Ion is ridiculously cheap at 0.003. And I think Ion, the Ion coin...
M.
That was so delayed, that was ridiculous. Vanleswa, thank you very much for the $9.80 super chat. That's very, very kind of you. Vanleswa must have got his bonus to be throwing $9.80 across to me. Thank you. Thank you very, very much, sir, for the €10. It's very, very kind of you. Great to see you. Really good to see you. So my expectations for Ion. Oh, my voice is breaking. I'm going through puberty, team. So just chill. Oh yeah, you did it.
Can I get a oh yeah?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
This is what I expect to see with Ion. This is on the 2-day chart. I expect to see what could be the start of an epic cup and handle formation. Those of you that don't know what a cup and handle formation is, pretty straightforward. Goes like this, comes down, and there is your cup. Okay, that's got your tea, and then your tea smoking out the top. And this is your posh little handle. You're like, oh, tea for two, please. Tea for two. From there, what we do is we get our what's this called? I've forgotten what this is called. You get this line to the top, and then you base it from the top to the bottom, and then you bring that across to here, and there we go. A crazy movement to the upside. Well, maybe I do expect to see a $12 iron. It could be possible. Who knows? I haven't looked at the circulating supply, but look, it went to 38 cents. So why can't it go to $10? Cup and handle formation. This is way into the future, 2024. Pretty sure my kids just heard that. I am so sorry, Butterscotch. I am so sorry, bro. I'm not really. I was going to say, why are your kids in bed at this time? But you're in Texas, so yeah. It's only like 4 or 5 p.m. across there. Even $50 makes Iron Pump right now. That's how cheap it is. I will drink to that. I will drink to that. So keep your eye on Ion. It could actually come and bite you in the ass and disappear on the upside going, damn it, I wish I'd just invested in that. I don't see anything magical with DOT. I don't see anything magical with VeChain. I don't see anything crazy awesome with 1inch, other than we had the breakout of the resistance line, but then it was like a wet fart. Just like, that was such a shame. Now we're going to sort it out. Comes back down. BNB, keep an eye on Binance Coin. Now, as you know, Binance are getting rid of their USDC token on their website, and then others will follow. And what you'll find with Binance is everything will be Bitcoin against BNB, XRP against BNB. So it will actually up the value of the BNB coin. So if you can afford to get hold of just one BNB coin, you may find that that becomes extremely profitable in the future, because they will not be using any stable coins on their website apart from BNB coin, unless that changes in the future. So please keep an eye on BNB. Also, with Ethereum, we did some work with Ethereum, which has turned out to be so accurate for such a long time. What we've got now is we have what looks like this M pattern, and then the breakdown of the M pattern. But then if we do zoom in, I think it's on the 4 hours. Is it on the 4 hours? Yes, it is. We do have a W pattern that is emerging on the 4 hour, and it looks great. There's your first started W here. Come back down to that 55, and then we could actually see a cheeky rise for Ethereum up above that 200 EMA and hit this resistance of the $1,500. So the only thing that's letting us down is the relative strength index. It does look high, but if we do get some more FOMO within Ethereum, certainly a review of the proof of stake that's happening with Ethereum now as opposed to the proof of work, we could actually see a really good price movement for Ethereum. So if you are hodling Ethereum, I have 6 of them. So I'm excited for the movement. Am I selling them? No, I'm going to wait until, gosh, I don't know, a long time. I'm just going to sit on my Ethereum and not think about it. So please keep an eye on Ethereum because we could actually see a movement back up that $1,470 resistance, have a bounce back down, consolidate, and see if we can get moving to these next levels indeed. So what is my market sentiment to finish off on tonight's show? Well, my market sentiment is short term, I am bullish. Long term, we will consolidate, but we will see some really, really good movements up to the maybe 24K for Bitcoin before coming back down. Is that a good time to buy as the price comes up? No, the good time to buy is when the price is doing jack shizzle, which is really, really now. So in my opinion, is what I'm doing is I'm beginning to accumulate more and more and more, and my accumulation amounts are getting higher and higher. I'm expecting to put around about $1,500 into XRP by the end of this month, and really start working on my XRP because I think that will be the first to break out. Remember, XRP wasn't part of the bull run last season. So there's all of those people that have hundreds of thousands of XRP waiting for XRP to take off. It's going to be ridiculous. It's going to be amazing. And in my opinion, I think XRP will be the first to break out. It has been squashed by the SEC for so long, and it is still in the top 10 tokens. It just gives off such a good vibe as XRP. The XRP army is hard to crush, and I don't want you lot to be disappointed. If I was you, I would just buy a little bit of XRP and just forget about it and come back in a few years' time and go, thank the Lord Jesus I got some XRP when I did, when it was at 40 odd cent. Okay, I bought a lot of XRP at 17 cent, so I'm really, really happy even now at the price of XRP being at 40 cent. But all-time high for XRP was it $3? Was it $3? I think it was $3. Maybe not. $2. Is that right? Maybe it was. Maybe it was $3. It wasn't. It was $2. Yeah, $2. That's all it was for XRP. With the token amount, it is so ridiculously cheap. I am expecting to see at least a $4 or $5 XRP in the next bull run, which if we was to look at that now from the price, look at how low XRP is right now. 48 up to $5 is going to give you a 1000% return. I think that's pretty good. I'm up for that. So up for it. Come on, XRP. To the freaking moon. Let's go. But not until the bull run of 2024. Lovely 10x. Yes. Let's go. You should not be ignoring the 10x. No doubt Van Les will get more. No, drink all my drink. No, because he'll be leveraging the crap out of it up to that 1000%. Imagine what HOT is going to do. Well, if we expect HOT to be at that 20 cent that we expect it to be in the next bull run, then team, HOT is expecting a, let's call it a 10,000% pump. We had a 6,500% pump in the last bull run, so we can easily get a 100x, easy, 20 cent. because HOT will be in full beta. It'll be mainstream, Web3, apps, everything like that. People realizing that they can make money by hosting the platform. It's going to be wild. It's going to be absolutely wild. It's HOT. Don't miss out on HOT. Don't get bored of it because it is going to $1, which is 47,887% return on your investment, which is a ridiculous amount in the future when that will be. HOT is designed to go to $1, okay? Designed to go there. So for it to get to 20 cent and get 100x, put $1,000 in, you've got $100,000 in the future. You're going to be mega rich. Thank you very much. Boom, let's go. So please don't ignore HOT. I bought HOT down here at the 0006. So for me to get to 20 cent at 0006, that would mean that my investment would have gained 32,487%. And then for the dollar is 161,000%. Woo! Someone's gonna be able to buy a yacht 3 times over, and then you lot can just go on it whenever you like. Let's go. I hope one day that these videos go down in history, and I'm sat here as a 40-year-old man, just looking like, I don't know, the Joker, Halloween Joker. Loads of ghosts behind us going, oh my god, it actually reached $1. I actually did it. And then all of us are like famous on TV. The documentary of the CryptoBits. These guys sat and looked at crypto for 5 years, talking absolute nonsense. And then they all ended up being mega rich together. It's going to happen. Of course it's going to happen. It always happens. Patience of people always happens. Look at the guy that, or the girl that bought down here up to the bull run. Okay, somebody bought here March of 2020. Of course they did, and they got 15,000% on that. 15,000%. By then we'd donate 10k to the stream just for fun. Yeah, that would be pretty sick, wouldn't it? Because by then there'll be a big studio, so 10k would have to pay the studio. I get it. Yeah, that'd be so much awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah, yeah. I welcome that donation. Legends. So it's nice to put things into context, but I do need to bring you back down to earth right now and say the price of HOT is at 0.002. The bottom for me is down at that 1433. So unless we do see a reversal for Bitcoin and some movement back up, if we lose this this ranging that we're seeing right now, or this stable coin that we are currently seeing with HOT, which does very, very strangely look like this kind of consolidation here, it's creating a sine wave. Oh my god, it's creating a sine wave. Sine wave, team. Sine wave. Setting the line. This is really, really cool. When does that take? Oh, it actually takes us into 2024 as well. Ah, damn. So yes, we could actually still see some crazy downward momentum. The start of 2023, great time to accumulate more, but you're in the buy zone. You're literally in the buy zone right now before we disappear off to the upside. Des, what's going on? What the freak? It called it wants its make it called it wants its makeup back. I like it. We're having a Halloween month because I love Halloween. I love all the stuff to do with Halloween, pumpkins, all of that. So we are going to see more scary stuff. We're going to see a lot more scary stuff happening on the CryptoBits throughout the full month. Remember, team, end of this month, I'm currently designing some t-shirts. And one day, end of this month or beginning of November, I will be giving away t-shirts for free for you to wear with pride. If you want the standard t-shirt, then I can send that out pretty quick. But then if you want your name on it, then it'll take a little bit longer. But just to say a big thank you to all of you, I will be sending out t-shirts for all of the people that are on that show that particular night. So please be there, okay? Please be there and get some cool CryptoBits readings. Go. Icy. Oh my god, I haven't been on the stream for at least 6 months. Where have you been, Icy? Great to see you though. You are welcome here anytime. You're welcome to go anytime. But always come back and say hello to your friends on the CryptoBits. Thank you very much. Unless when I take my chain off the chainsaw and put a Jason mask on and go to scare the crap out of children with Halloween. Do the shirts smell like you? I suppose that I've got two options here. I use Paco Rabanne 1 million, or I use Carolina Herrera 212. Those are my favorite fragrances. Now, people use a lot of these wood smells these days. Gives me headache. So yes, if you want me to spray with some Paco Rabanne 1 million or 212, please let me know, and I will do that just for you. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, so that concludes tonight's show, legends. It's been great to see you. Please, I want to order a shirt with love juice.
No, 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 no.
That's right. Why have you got your perfumes ready? I don't know, right? They've just made their way into the studio. I honestly don't know how they've got here, but they're here. I think it's because whenever I go out, I'll come and have a look at the stream to make sure the stream's running, and then I'll spray before I go out. Quite possibly, that's just my thought process. That is probably why they're here, as well as my Dove just for men. Not advertising Dove in any way, shape, or form, but that's who we have. And I also have my my Geek Bench. Those of you that know who this guy is from New Kids, this was from Van Leswer. He is sporting the Halloween look as well. Thank you very much, Van Leswer, for that. Okay, team, you are freaking awesome. Have a wonderful night. Great to see you. Stay out of trouble. I freaking love you all. Well done to all of you for sticking with crypto during the bear market. We are almost out of the bear market. Okay, we've done the pain. Now we're ready for the game. So enjoy the Halloween spectacle of this month for the CryptoBits. And until next time, team, which could be tomorrow night, maybe if you're lucky, you might see us again for another crypto update. So, legends, here is some more intro music because I freaking love the bottomed out intro. Here it is before listening to some more crazy Halloween music. All right, in a bit, team. Stay out of trouble. And of course, as always, peace, you freaking legends.
Bitcoin, please go to moon. Stop going sideways now. Don't ever say we going down to 1K, but Mr. Novokratsy, we have bottomed out, Novokratsy bullish. Bottomed out, don't ever rise is deadish.
Bearish calls in 13 punches.
Novokratsy bullish.
Bitcoin could be at 40,000.
Let us go to